here's the second part of, the idea of the left embracing feminism and then suffering consequences and not getting spinning their wheels. This is the beginning of one of these of Zero Books, another podcast of theirs, and this is just at it happens very quickly. It's split. It kind of shows cultural references. As you say, it's Uhura slapping Ensign Chekhov, and now culturally this has no significance at all. If they really wanted to show something iconic, they would show Uhura kissing Kirk, because that was actually the very first interracial kiss on television. It's very iconic. And of course, it's about bringing men and women together. But here they're showing you're a bitch slapping. And the thing is, this is what I hate so much about this racial shielding. It's not because Uhura is black. She's female, Chekhov's male. That's it. These guys give into the narrative 100%. I hate the shield being used. If they really wanted to show something great, that is incredible. That, everybody, is iconic. This black man at the time in the 60s being slapped by his so-called betters and slapping back. How come Zero Books never shows something like this? Black men, I hope you watch this video and look at this. How come nothing like this is ever shown by these leftist clowns? Because it's not about race and never was. It's about genders. These guys have submitted 100% to the woman, and that you guys aren't included. Black men, you are not included.
And gender is mostly a construct, right? Like, I truly believe that. And I think naturalizing hierarchies along that line is the most evil stuff we do. And then what I like in her work is she again, it's very measured. Like, absolutely, when we first started recognizing that, like, people of color weren't in medical trials, or transgender people weren't represented in certain studies or getting delivered the meds they need, these were profoundly important rights advances. And we're at a time now where, just to keep it really simple, there's enormous racism and disparities in infant mortality. And that's absolutely true. And one of
You hear that? This guy believes gender is a construct. Oh my God. They embrace it. If it is, how come you guys treat men and women differently? I mean, look at this. There's the timestamp. It's a construct. Yet these guys, they shit on men and bootlick to women. Why are they treating them differently? This is the thread. Now, some of this, see these guys starting to get butt hurt. Gender difference, women have different genitalia. Social construct, women stay at home, men should go to work. Yes, the genders are different. No, not all these differences are based on genetics. A lot were just made up to satisfy a certain power structure. Yes, the female power structure. Trunkage, women demand men go to work so they can stay at home. If you look at, when men and women get married, the male workload goes up, the female workload goes down. That's why this construct is still there. Women demand it. Now, what happens? We'll go down, and I want to show you something. WGM, the only thing women needs protection from is male violence and male supremacist discrimination, education, workplace, economics, and politics. The claim that men should treat women differently to protect them when the protector is what the women need protection from against is a joke. Now, all these guys up here, these bootlickers who talk about lack of generalization, this woman generalized all of us as violent rapist. And this idiot, by the way, WGM, who's going to protect her from it? What they call the male police whenever there's some kind of, interaction at home between couples. I mean, so this scumbag is generalizing. Why is she allowed here? Aren't these leftists? Aren't they supposed to be all about equality? And isn't gender's a social construct? How is this say a constructivism? This woman has just said that she's a complete opposite. She recognizes that men and women are completely different. And this is what I have to show you. Well, all the ones doing pushback, by the way, belong to the pro-male collective. Me, Alice Kitten, analyzing male slavery. And if you look at the bottom, we'll go all the way to the bottom of this thread. You see, there she is again. Now, Alex Kitten and I, we kept responding. They're not. You don't see our responses, do you? So these bootlicking left-wing scumbags, they let this woman who sees them as lower than dirt get the last word. This woman who doesn't believe gender is a construct. Yet they silenced us. And a lot of these guys were getting embarrassed because they got their asses kicked. Let's see. Look at this. Phil will just be human and try to survive together with others, my friend. Good luck. He was getting his ass kicked, right? So he had analyzing male slavery. Nice, bland platitude, moron. Imagine telling blacks in the 1950s, just be human and survive together. Also, you call them trolls because you can't counter what they say. Exactly. Also, women put burdens on the men and are the main engine of capitalism. So how the fuck is that surviving together? You see, and as you notice, as you go down, guys like Phil Will, they fall silent. They give up. But WGM doesn't for two reasons. Because she is not fighting, about logic. She is part of a hate movement against us. And these bootlickers, these scumbag bootlickers, enable it. I mean, I got to ask you guys, these left-wing scumbags, Michael Brooks, how do you get up in the morning and look in the mirror? Douglas Lane, how do you get up in the morning and look in the mirror? This woman just called you guys a bunch of violent rapists. She didn't qualify it in any way. She didn't say right-wing men are or Trump supporters are. All of us, all of us, all of us. That's you too. You sad simp. You guys should be embarrassed. You should be ashamed. But as I said, all you guys care about is building up status so you don't get deselected from some woman. That's it. You are no different than these scumbag trad cons that go on about degenerates. Oh my God. Anyway, that's all I have to say about these losers.